Our next honoree is truly out of this world. Born in Fresno, Barbara Morgan's life would take her on an unbelievable journey that led to her becoming the first teacher in space. I mean, as a teacher, she's already our hero, but she literally went above and beyond to become a NASA astronaut. It all began in 1985 when Barbara was selected as the backup candidate for the NASA Teacher in Space program. Following the horrifically tragic loss of the entire Space Shuttle Challenger crew in 1986, Barbara bravely assumed the role of Teacher in Space Designee. And then in 1998, Barbara reported to the Johnson Space Center to begin training to become a full-time astronaut. In 2007, she finally made her journey to space on the Space Shuttle Endeavour, where she operated the robotic arms to install hardware on the International Space Station, and even conducted lessons for school children back home. Not surprising coming from a dedicated school teacher. How about we pause and listen to Barbara speak to a class of students while in space?
Go ahead again, William.
How many years did you train to become an astronaut? Over.
Hi, Bryn. Well, I started my training here. I've been involved with NASA for over 20 years, but I started my training as an astronaut about 9 years ago when my last class of students at McCall, they were third graders at the time, and they finished third grade. I finished that third grade year. And then when they graduated from high school just this past year, so it's been that long of a time. And it's all been a lot of fun, just like teaching.
This is Weston. How did your body feel during the launch? Over.
During the launch, your body feels, first of all, there's just a lot of shaking going on. You don't feel a lot at first, and then the G-forces get more and more. And finally, at the very end, when you get about 3 Gs, it gets pretty tough to breathe. So you feel like somebody's kind of standing on your chest. Over.
I'm not sure I could handle that. It is my distinct honor to introduce a real-life astronaut and role model to so many, the courageous Barbara Morgan.
Thank you, Governor Newsom and First Partner, for honoring all of us. This is really tremendous. Thanks. And greetings, Earthlings. So I have a very short story to share with you from the Challenger days. Pilot Mike Smith took me on my first, most exciting flights I had ever had in my life, and that was in the NASA's high-performance T-38 jet trainers. So we took off really fast down in Houston and flew over Houston at 500 miles an hour, and you're in this wonderful glass cockpit, and the view was tremendous. And I said, Mike, this is an amazing view. And he said, well, here's a better one for you. But before he finished getting the words out of his mouth, he flipped the plane upside down. So suddenly, those green bayous of Texas were above me, and the blue sky was beneath me. And Mike gave me a whole new perspective. And then we continued flying out over the Gulf of Mexico, where he showed me how to do barrel rolls and T-38s and fly in formation with Christa and our commander, Dick Scobie. And then all of a sudden I hear over my earphones, okay, Barbara, push the stick. And I said, which way? And he said, push the stick any way you want. Just take it and see what happens. And I was, so I took the stick and flew a whole bunch of barrel rolls and high sweeping arcs over the Gulf of Mexico. And Mike, before the flight, Mike had a lot of confidence in me that I did not have before the flight. So I wasn't sure about the oxygen mask or the ejection seat, but he gave me that confidence, and he opened up a whole new world of opportunities to me. All of our young people, every single one of them, has great potential. And what I try to do is carry those lessons that I learned from Mike and from all the fantastic public school teachers that I had growing up in Fresno, California, and all the other folks here that I learned so much from, and try to provide opportunities for our young people to have, to be able to get new perspectives, to learn some confidence, and for them to learn and realize that for every single one of them, the sky is no limit. Thanks.